We're about to be 250 years old. You know, all these countries blow up around this time. Yeah. So we're in trouble. Like, I don't think people understand how much trouble we're in right now. And we've been sitting down days ago. I saw a video the other day. The woman was like, oh, you know, my husband said we need to start getting ready because, you know, Trump is about to take away some of my money and stuff like that. And that we're both going to have to go get jobs. I'm just sitting here going, is there any reason why you couldn't have been working to begin with? You look like a healthy woman. There was nothing wrong with you. You looked, you know, like,
oh, so she was saying to the government assistance monies, is that what she's getting ready to lose?
yeah.
Oh,
I'm at the point where it's like, I'm flabbergasted. Like, I can't even, my own family said to me one time, well, I'm on, you know, Social Security and this, that, the other thing, you know, you add that up to how many hours I'm making, like $9 an hour. This was many, many years ago. $9 an hour. Well, you know, if I go get a job, I'm only going to be making like $11 an hour. So what's the point? And I thought, your self-dignity. Like, how could you not? But America, because we've just sat back and now it's like, you know, we're just collecting the money and everything's become easy and we're not doing what it is that we need to do. And now they're building a prison around us, all based on convenience. Yeah.
You know, I come from the housing business, property management work. And I remember this one lady who was on Section 8. And she'd been on there. I think it was like her mother's or something, and then she inherited it. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to digress. So she inherited the Section 8 from her mother, and she's had it. And this was the city of Orlando. Because the city of Orlando has its own Section 8 program. The county has its own Section 8 program, and so on. So she was on the city. And so she had been on there for like 15 years or something. And she worked a good job and she made good money. And so, but she stayed on this here Section 8 throughout all of this time. And so here comes I, you know, and, you know, because the property was a low income affordable housing. So you have to be recertified every year, right? And so every year, you know, we're dealing with this. And so I go to recertify her, and she had her son living with her at the time. He was a truck driver. He was bringing home like $45K and plus her income. So they overqualified. They had way enough money to pay for their rent, to pay for their housing, to pay for these things. Did not need to be on the Section 8. And with the Section 8, I can't remember what she was paying, but it was very low. And so here you are with your son living on your property. He's making $45K a year. You're making, I forget what. And so these people got money. And so I says to her, you know, here's what your income is. And so therefore you no longer qualify. You no longer qualify for these programs, you know? And so she decided to move, right? Because she did not want to lose the Section 8. So she did not want to lose it.
She needed to make sure that her son was not on the lease and whatnot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And so for years, the management there, you know, they just kind of overlooked it. They pretended that they did not. No. Oh, God, no. Not me. I did not pretend. One year, I called her to the floor and I says, your son lives there. If you want to continue, we're going to have to do this. And so, oh, God, yeah, she moved and she took her Section 8 with her.
Wow.
But that's what I'm saying. You know, this is the kind of mentality people have. Like, and it's not like this was affordable housing. So you're already in lower market value property to begin with. You're already paying low rent. But you also have that incentive with that. So these people have no, you know, motivation to get themselves out of things. Section 8 was put there as a means to help you from point A to point B.
Right.
It wasn't a means for you to inherit it like inheritance. But you gonna set the system dry, and instead of coming up and saying, you know, I can afford it, I have my son who's and we can do better.
Yeah, no pride.
They packed up and moved to, yeah, there is no pride. And you know,
There's not.
stuff like that irked me. Needless to say, I was not very.
Oh well.
Oh well.
But you know what? You're righting the wrongs. You're telling people that, you know, you're abusing the system, and those that have been abusing the system have allowed, you know, us to look the way that we do, and the rest of us that are, you know, working our fannies off to try to make a better life for our families, better life for our country, you know, just be happy, right? We're struggling, and we're struggling because those that don't want to pick up their own slack are depending on us to do what it is that we, you know,
Yeah.
they can't be depending on us anymore.
Yeah.
You know, it's time.